John, just hang on for a minute if you don't mind. Okay, this is a limestone counter, and the counter is etched and has like a coating, a factory coating. The Festool, we're going to use the first grit. We've done a test, and we're going to use the first grit. We're going to use a 400, and that's knocking everything off, all the etches and all the factory, that old coating. And then we're going to use a 2000 grit to follow it up with. We've already done a test spot, and now we're moving on to do this as a second test, and we'll show the after once we go through the 2000. This is the 2000 grit. It's like almost like a foam rubber pad, and this is the 400 grit Festool Granite, and this is the plate tin 2000 grit. So we're gonna get, the reason we're gonna do that is you don't need a lot of low grit action on limestone. The 400's doing just fine, and then we'll get those scratches out with the 2000 grit and develop a sheen. So here's the 400. About the Festool is that it does not develop any dust. We don't have to breathe the dust, and then we're able to work and keep it coming and not have to worry about dust. Also, when you're doing stonework, the great part of the great thing about doing it dry is that you can see exactly what you've done. We have wet diamonds that we use, and with a Makita, and the wet diamonds, once the surface is wet, and these are wet diamonds that we use typically on marble. And these are the wet diamonds, and they go on a flexible backer, and we have them in 6 or 3-inch widths. But you just can't see the work once you get it wet, so it's kind of you have to dry it out and then be sure and look at it. And the Festool, you see exactly what's happening, and unlike just using a Makita with a backer and dry sandpaper, you don't develop the dust. We really find that whenever we do this, that it's light, you don't want to push down on it at all. You almost want to pick up on it, and that makes it work better.